And we are underway. Simsbury in the white, Eagles in the blue, and immediately pushing down the field. Connor Swanson going down to that bottom corner to try and pick it up. And this game starts a little bit more like a hockey game. I guess the hockey or the soccer equivalent of icing, going all the way down the field, straight out of bounds. Chris Daly, your starting netminder, as he sets it up to Amedovic. Amedovic brings it out of the box as he brings it up towards Capasso. Capasso running along the high sideline. He'll get another pass into Gastel. Gastel sets it up towards Johnson. Johnson working it back towards the 20. He sets it to Amedovic. Amedovic up to Tata. Tata being a CCSU commit at the end of the season. He gets it up to Will McCarter. McCarter from the 50. McCarter trying to get a through ball down to Gustafson or to Swanson. Not quite going to get there, but DeJesus is off the deflection. DeJesus tries to work it through the defensive line, but that back line for Simsbury sure is stingy tonight. It's stopped briefly by Connor Swanson, and I get to take a quick break from the yelling like an auctioneer as the game begins tonight.
If you are not excited for this one, you're not going to get excited about a Wethersfield Eagles soccer game. Senior night, fans, families, cheerleaders, the concession stand is open, balloons are decorating the stadium. We are ready to go in this one.
And let me tell you, it is a packed house along the Eagles sideline as this contest keeps on rolling. Looks like Swanson will take a free kick. This will be just inside the 50. He'll work it back towards Amedovic. Amedovic up along midfield. Looks like to Capasso. The likes of Sam Johnson got a piece of it. McCarter up in that front line back to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to work it to McCarter. Just sails it over him a little bit and taken away by Simsbury. Blocked by Swanson and out of bounds. This one goes as we are just a little bit under 2 minutes into tonight's game. No shots, no scoring opportunities for either side. Looks like a throw-in coming for the Trojans of white and navy blue. Eagles in the navy blue, white, and silver. Silver lettering, of course, on the numbers as this one works back towards Amedovic. Amedovic setting it up towards Gustafson, taken away by Simsbury. Working it through. That back line's going to have to bend but not break as here they come on a charge. It's going to be stopped by Wethersfield. Tata sets it up towards Swanson. Swanson back to Johnson, back to Tata. Tata working it along the bottom sideline to McCarter. McCarter is pressured as he paints himself into a corner, really gets painted into a corner by the Simsbury defense there. As this defense, you didn't lie with them giving up only one goal, I believe, in the last 5 games. Certainly no pushover in tonight's contest as the whistle blows.
Yeah, the defense looks to be their calling card so far based on their season results to this point. Not a high-powered offensive team in terms of their output, but the defense keeps them in it. And only one defeat on the season. That was to Plainville back on September 18th.
And Plainville also a very tough team to play against. I remember seeing them years ago. Had to be either my freshman or sophomore year when we last saw Plainville into the friendly confines of Catone as McCarter works it up, centering pass just inside the box but denied. They're not out of the woods yet. Here comes a low shot. A little save, and that will be the first of the evening. And the first save and the first shot is recorded. In net tonight, as we'll run over the starting 11 for Simsbury. Starting in net this evening is Jack Rogers wearing the number 1 as this one goes up the field, back down towards number 9. They work it up towards 10, and that, of course, is Max Berger, who's also in the starting, as it's taken away briefly. Berger's got it. High sideline to the 45. Gets it on him. And as it goes out of bounds, we get a little break to run over that starting 11. Lorenzo Martel. Then it's going to be Thomas Perlman as well as Ryan Donahue. Then it is Max Berger, Christopher Kokinis, Braden Moriarty. Then it's Gabriel Park, as well as Jonathan Miles Moody, Keenan Willison. Then it is Nate Beiser, followed by Jack Rogers in net. And that is the starting 11 for the Trojans. Head coach Mike McCullough and assistant coach Doug Slater on the docket this evening. Throw in, sent along. Number 10's got it. And out of bounds, it will roll. 35-35 left in the first. Goal kick setting up for Daly. And he boots it. Over towards Swanson. Swanson tries to make a quick cut. Denied by number 7 briefly. That was Thomas Perlman, but I believe out of bounds on the Trojans. This one will go. 35 minutes left in the first half. Swanson set, throws it back in towards Gustafson. Gustafson working along through the center to Johnson. Johnson, one of the 4 captains. Him, Tata, Ahmetovic, and Contreras, the captains of this Eagles squad.
And you notice early the pressure that Simsbury is applying right in this midfield area, really from the 40 to the 40, that 20-yard stretch. Anytime the Eagles get the ball, they're surrounded by white shirts in that space.
So it'll be DeJesus who gets a piece of it up in the middle. Works it free. Cross to Tata. Tata works it down towards Swanson. Swanson back to McCarter. McCarter tries to work it through. Gets a nice piece of it running down the corner.
Turns the corner. Nice cross. Nobody there, though. Capasso's going to chase that one down.
Just nobody home on that cross, but the Eagles still hanging on to the ball as DeJesus sets it up to Ahmetovic. Ahmetovic now back to Tata. Tata is set. Tries to get it through. He gets to McCarter. Another cross. Oh, just on the crossbar. As he, I guess you could say, doinked it right off that football crossbar. So close to 3 points.
That was really close, and almost a connection there with Josh Castell. Got his head on it. Just over the goal. So 2 straight trips there. Will McCarter able to turn that right in the left side of the box near the end line. Send the cross. First time nobody home for the Eagles, but that time Josh Castell there. Nice win from Sam Gustafson on the shoulder ball in the center circle.
Tata will work it up towards Contreras. And this Eagles team is really going to have to kick it into drive tonight if they're going to win this contest. And of course, it is not going to be a blowout by any means. If anything, this game is going to be close.
Yeah, I think we're definitely... Certainly nothing like we saw Tuesday afternoon with the 6-0 win that Wethersfield had.
Let's go, Blue!
6 different players found the back of the net for the Eagles in that one.
Yeah, and Jake Laurie, of course, I think was putting up the most ferocious effort in that game, taking a lot of scoring opportunities, 3 straight, I believe. And offsides is the call. For 15, looked to pick up a through ball. That was Chris Kokinis trying to get the through ball there. And no dice on that scoring opportunity. Free kick coming. That one from, I believe it was Johnson who sent it along. I could be wrong on that. It looked like actually... No, that was definitely...
Oh, nice tackle from Joey Tata here on this near side.
That is exactly why he's going to go play at CCSU end of the year. And what good news it is for Tata. I mean, he committed so early in the year, and you just can't help but be excited for the guy. And I'm sure this is something he's wanted to do his entire life, and he's now getting that opportunity to play at an even higher level than high school. And of course, Coach Yakum being one of those young men with aspirations of playing professional soccer, and he did do that for a little while before slowing down, coming to the high school and coaching a few championship programs here at the high school. Is the through ball taken away by the back line of the White Brigade tonight.
Yeah, collision in midfield there. Giancarlos DeJesus battling for the ball. Sam Gustafson again, center circle. We play it back to Capasso. Eagles trying to mount another attack.
Simsbury's all over the ball, and I can definitely see why there was just only 1 goal given up in their last 5. And you gotta wonder that hopefully this is going to be another one where the Eagles are going to be able to break through and put up a goal. I don't think they've been shut out yet this season, so that may be a good omen.
Actually, 1 shutout, that scoreless draw at Lewis Mills.
Ah, yes.
That was a game where Wethersfield had trouble with the defense that really stacked in the attacking third. Wethersfield just unable to find enough passing lanes and opportunities. Definitely some opportunities in that game, but none that they could convert.
And that has been a little bit of the tail of the tape for Wethersfield this year, where they've had such good chances, as Chris Daly playing his signature style of getting out of the box and punting the ball back downfield, and as he races back towards the box, Contreras is on the ball. But again, tail of the tape has been these guys getting scoring opportunities and just being unable to execute on said opportunities. As Johnson is there. Johnson up to Swanson, low sideline. Swanson sets it back to Johnson. Johnson over to Tata. Tata working at fourth. He'll get it. Big cross. Looks towards Capasso. To McCarter. And that one is just out of play. McCarter's got the ball for the throw-in. Sets it up to Capasso. Back to McCarter. McCarter works it down, and he's had a flurry of sprints down the field so far tonight. But again, he's been pressured heavily by the defense as we're about 10 minutes in.
Yeah, McCarter with really the game of his season. Oh, Gustafson pokes one toward the net. It's going to go left.
A little bloop there. Almost sneaks its way past the goalie.
Got a whistle, though. It looks like it's going to keep the ball at this end of the field.
Okay.
And deflected off that kick, so we will go to the first corner kick for the Eagles, it appears to be, as McCarter gets ready to line this one up.
A question here. Would you call that the third shot of tonight's contest?
I would call that a shot.
Alrighty then, it goes up.
We're going to give that a shot. Definitely not on goal, but we'll give it a shot there.
3 shots, 1 save.
Carter, beautiful service, headed out of there nicely by the Simsbury defense, but we'll do it all over again from that same corner.
So as our unofficial stat tracking adventures begin again, as they do every night contest, thanks to the scoreboard unit we have from the athletic department. This thing does count stats. You just have to
Carter again with the beautiful service.
Oh,
Gustafson looked to have a chance.
So blows the other way.
Clear, our replay machine is down at the moment, so not sure exactly what happened there, but
the commentary is live. I do not believe the stream is live here.
Yeah, so we'll keep going and call the game as if people are seeing it.
That is true. Is this going in the famed Tom McCarter docu-series?
That is, so we have backup audio right now that we are going to keep for that.
Is this a Tom McCarter, Ken Burns production?
Yes, I think that is a great collaboration. It may be as long as some Ken Burns productions by the time it's all over.
What a fantastic visionary mindset to have on the project this year. Eagles bring it into their own zone. They bring it out to Daly. We like to have fun here in this press box.
I mean, I think the word visionary has been synonymous with Tom McCarter for quite some time. As Will McCarter now sends one toward the keeper. That'll be another shot.
Gently stop it, and I guess we could constitute that as the second save of the evening. 4 shots, 2 saves, 2 shots on target. Shooting about 50%. Eagles defense, though, playing outstanding early in this contest. Have not allowed a shot, and it looks like Simsbury might be getting closer to making me eat those words. That goes out of bounds. Gastel tries to play a touch on it, and they'll bring it back towards the sideline. 27 left to go on a beautiful night. A little chilly here in the Nutmeg State, but that will happen as the beautiful fall scenery will set up behind Catone Stadium here.
Yeah, beautiful view across the way at the as we look out at the visitor stands. Sun starts to set, shining brightly on the trees across the way.
Now back up towards DeJesus. DeJesus back towards, I believe that was Capasso, maybe Gastel.
The Eagles come the other way now as AJ Contreras, he's going to let go with the left foot, looking for DeJesus, flying by 2 defenders, but Marco Capasso's got an opportunity, lets it ride into the box, looking for Gastel.
Ooh, just does not connect quite in time, and it's sailed. Goal.
And played well by the Simsbury defense, able to step in between that service and Josh Gastel, so the ball deflected off Gastel and out of bounds for the goal kick.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be a barn burner of a contest tonight. I am seriously looking forward to seeing who blinks first in this great staring contest we've got going on right now.
Yeah, and that's what it'll come down to. Who's going to be able to strike first, take advantage of that opportunity.
I think definitely the name of tonight's game is going to be stamina. It's who makes those mental errors earlier. And it is really, really going to come down to that. As a slow roller is hauled in by the keeper. Still 4 shots on the board. And there's the boot. Tries to stop it is Swanson. Back towards Amedovic. Amedovic to Capasso. But Gustafson gets a piece of it. I know your son is a senior on this team, and the better question is who isn't a senior on this team this year. But
very well said. Very well said.
As they put it out of bounds, what is, oh, we got a substitution, 21, 22, and 16 coming on the field. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 16, Anthony Zavarella, number 21, Tomas Santos, and number 22, Ray Betoya. So what is the atmosphere in Casa de Gustafson with a senior soccer player in the mix?
Main thing is try to ensure there's always enough food to eat so that there's enough energy to make it through however many of the 80 minutes of soccer he will be out there for.
And it has been most of those 80 minutes. He's played a lot of these games, and not just in the measure of how many games he's been in, but a lot of the games that he has been in.
Yeah, he's had a solid start, as have many of these seniors, and that's the thing with this group. It's been, each of these kids has a story. Each of these kids has been through the ranks. Many of them, the Wethersfield George D. Ritchie Soccer Club, from rec to travel to playing freshman JV and now here, and they're all supportive of each other. Everybody ready to step up when that opportunity comes.
And again, this really is a tight-knit family sort of group here tonight. And there's the first shot. Daly takes it like a champ. Makes the save. That is the first shot of tonight's contest. McCarter bringing it down the field immediately. Here comes De Jesus on the fly. He gets on his horse and it's off to the races. Simsbury, good job shielding the ball down the field. And it looks like this will be a goal kick. And this Simsbury team is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, that was played really well defensively by number 13 for Simsbury. Able to get shoulder to shoulder with De Jesus on that run and actually knock him off the ball and touch last by De Jesus for the goal kick here.
And about 22:55 to go in this first half of action. It seems like it's flying past this here. We've still got a couple more home games left for you as they will play into November. I believe they'll play into early November, and then it is off to the playoffs. Of course, 8 home games for boys and girls soccer. And what a last ride, I guess you could say, this is going to be for a lot of these guys, getting those tough teams, those teams that they didn't get a chance to play last year. And I'm sure there are teams like that all over the state who did not get to play tough games like they had thought they were about to, as Simsbury hangs on to it around midfield.
Yeah, and there were definitely some tough games last season, but certainly not the same kind of atmosphere, with not really the fans, not the extra support of cheerleaders, and really no visiting fans, so family only on the home side, and just a different atmosphere. And with no state playoff, you talk about this year's seniors, you certainly feel for last year's seniors missing out on that opportunity, but a heck of a season turned in, even under the circumstances, by the Eagles last year. Swanson now with an opportunity. Nice cross from McCarter.
Swanson sets it back towards Gustafson up in front. Deflected out of the box, brought back to Tata. Stopped by the Trojans. They try a little cross.
This is going to be the challenge for Wethersfield, staving off that counter-attack after they go deep into the offensive third. Can Simsbury turn it back quickly and surprise the Eagles' back line? So far, not able to do so. Back line's held well, as has Chris Daly in net.
Playing it off the heads are Swanson and McCarter. McCarter, gets tripped up trying to play the ball. No call here, but offsides now as Simsbury tries to get on a race to their own. Number 5 and number 6 set to sub in. It looks like it'll be Jacob Cohen as well as Jefferson Leon. Or Leon, actually. It's Leon. So there's a little soft free kick down to Contreras as they'll play it amongst the back line here. Midway through this first half, or a quarter through the game. Here comes Tata. Tata back to De Jesus, back to Tata. Tata trying to get on a run. Gets it through ball to Swanson! Oh, beautiful deflection, rebound off the head. No dice. What a chance and what an opportunity it was from the likes of Connor Swanson as the subs come in. Subbing in for Simsbury, number 5, Jacob Cohen, and number 6, Jefferson Leon.
And we have outside confirmation that we are back on the airwaves. So thank you to our production crew for all the hard work.
Of course, Olivia Deezus, Tasia Ashworth, and the others here in attendance tonight that are making the production happen. Tasia, of course, on the camera. Olivia, the, I guess you could say, executive producer of tonight's contest, as Miss Coco has left the box in her hands tonight. And we'll see how it goes. This is not the first time, though, so don't fret there, as we are getting closer and closer. Speaking of closer and closer, it's Simsbury who encroaches on the box for Wethersfield, but not quite. And a quick, I guess, not really a shot, but a little tap to try and get the ball forward. Number 8 all over it. Simsbury will shield it as it goes out of bounds. Solid defensive challenge by Nate Beiser, number 8 there. And with the replay monitor is back. We've got it. 19 minutes to go here in this first half. It's truly a toss-up, anyone's game, as Johnson and Capasso ready to come back into the contest. Looks like number 10 is there. Simsbury playing it up and very well. A little tic-tac-toe passing as they clear a triangle up in front. Chance on Daly? Not a chance. As Daly will match with Rogers. 2 saves apiece tonight. As the ball moves along. 18:25, ball goes out of bounds. Johnson and Capasso come back in. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 3, Marco Capasso, and number 15, Sam Johnson. So as Johnson comes in, 2 of them set, throw in.
So a little too much action down here in the Simsbury offensive half of the field for Wethersfield's liking right now. Wethersfield has mounted some decent attacks on the offensive end. And Chris Daly with 2 saves, I believe, at this point.
Yes, that you would be correct in that assumption as it goes out of bounds.
As we work again to hopefully get back on the air, it seems like we have. Are we back?
We're back.
Ah,
we have
we are
confirmation
back.
from the producer herself. We are live on the airwaves again. So it is Johnson who brings it up.
Oh, beautiful pass. That ball almost gets all the way through.
And here comes Tada. Tada along that sideline. Oh, tried to play it in, and nobody's home. McCarter just off about a step here tonight. What an atmosphere it is here in the friendly confines of Catone Field. You can find it right outside behind the high school. As fans still beginning to trickle in on senior night. All the parents of the seniors got here early, which was great. And a trip will be called against Tomas Santos, or not against him, but for him, as he gets tripped up. Free kick coming to Batoya. Batoya works a defender and puts him on skates for a little while. As back along comes McCarter, low sideline, but quick on the draw is number 7 for Simsbury. That being Thomas Perlman, as he makes a quick stop. Batoya is set to throw the ball in, gets it into Tada. Tada plays it off the body towards Contreras as they work it backwards. Contreras will work it even further backwards towards Daly with just about 16 minutes left in the first half of tonight's contest. And oh my goodness, what a boot from Daly. Clears it over 50 yards.
That was an impressive kick indeed.
Back up in front, just making a quick stop. Not exactly a shot, so not exactly a save, but Daly all over it. Looks like Gestel ready to come in, as well as Simsbury making a substitution as Batoya is there. Looks like that'll be number 15 on the substitution. That will be Christopher Kokinis.
Nice control there from Tomas Santos in the center circle as the Eagles look to generate some more action on the offensive end.
Here come the Eagles, bringing it along. Back towards De Jesus.
Sam Johnson gives chase, runs past the ball, but comes back to it, lays it off for Zavarella.
Here come the Trojans now, trying to get in there. They're sneaking up, getting closer yard by yard. But stopped as Santos is there. Gets it to Batoya. Batoya to Tata. Tata sets it in towards De Jesus. Stopped by Simsbury. Simsbury's got a chance on that back line, but 3-on-1 playing him off the ball is Amedovic. Amedovic sets it back though. Here come the Eagles trying to break it out of their own zone. It's going to be a struggle. Simsbury is not going to give an inch.
It's a great defensive play initially by Owen Amedovic, and then a beautiful run back from the midfield by Joey Tata to help stifle that Simsbury attack.
Here comes Contreras. Sets it towards Batoya. And the crowd chanting, "We want Laurie." So again for Simsbury, number 15, Christopher Kokinis. So again for Wethersfield, number 23, Josh Gastel. So in comes the throw-in. Back to number 18. Gastel tries to work it forward, and the footwork is immaculate here. Beautiful play there. Surrounded by white shirts, Gastel managed to keep control of that ball. Now it's all the way back to Daly. Daly will just drop it down on the ground, and Contreras will get to it now. Contreras sets it along. Big boot. Gastel. Batoya on the throw-in to Tata. Tata clears it into Johnson. Johnson back to what looks to be Contreras. Contreras tries to set it in. Sam Johnson getting a piece of it. Deflection now into Simsbury. Simsbury working it forward along the 43. Now coming over is number 7. He's going to pass it in, but stopped by Wethersfield as it's a scramble by the 50-yard line, taken away by Tata as Tata runs down the bottom sideline. Here he comes on his horse again, off to the races. Tata gets tripped up. Is that going to be a call? No, they're going to say it was all ball. It's back over towards Johnson. Sam Johnson works it in along the 20. Quick touch and go by De Jesus, but no one was there.
Looking for Johnson on that give and go. Almost connected, just a step late.
What a boot again, this time by Simsbury. It will bounce. Daly is on it. 12:50 to go in the first half. I wouldn't say an uneventful first half. It's been a rather high octane first half. Still 0-0, but 4-2 in the shots column.
Yeah, somewhat what we expected, a defensive battle. Simsbury very tight along the back.
What a battle it has been thus far. Hand goes up.
And that's going to be a call just outside the 18 on Amedovic there as the Simsbury attacker went down.
We'll see what happens.
Wethersfield will line up the wall.
And this is going to have to hold the line here as subs coming in. Looks like it'll be Berisha, as well as Brodowitz, Gustafson, Swanson, and Garagoa. Looks like it's along that 16-yard line. Actually, no, it looks like it's along the 11. Here's the free kick, saved by Daly.
Beautiful reaction from Daly. Plays it quickly out. Trying to go the other way. Gastel now to Batoya. He's going to grab the throw, but we're going to get the subs in first.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 4, Connor Swanson. Number 6, Sam Gustafson. Number 9, Thomas Brodowitz. Number 10, Juanis Garagoa. And number 17, RB Berisha. So as Wethersfield brings in their subs, and it looks like they'll trade out Zavarella and such, as well as Santos, Tata, and De Jesus, thrown in by Swanson. Gastel tries to get there, quickly out of bounds by Simsbury, but they work it back. Swanson, setting up. And taken away by Simsbury, but not for long. Again, that back line has been very dependable for Wethersfield, and I'm seeing it go pretty much the same way. Simsbury gets the ball after Wethersfield goes on a small charge. They push it down towards the back line. The back line chases after it. No one chases after the back line. And they bring it out to Daly to then proceed to pass it along, rinse and repeat.
Certainly a pattern developing so far in this game. Let's see if Wethersfield can break that a little bit, get closer to the net, generate a shot opportunity here. But there's another turnover. Goes through the center circle back to Simsbury.
Simsbury again. They've been in a few dangerous, or I guess precarious positions. Immaculate move by Sam Johnson to get it to Brodowitz. Brodowitz on a cross. Trying to get it through. Oh, and they ran over the ball and it's sent back towards Simsbury. And what did I tell you? The pattern repeats itself.
And here we go. Counterattack from Simsbury now after holding off Wethersfield yet again.
Well, I've given my perspective, and we'll wait for this play to die down real quick. As here comes Simsbury, number 6 is in there. Beautiful slide to keep it out of the box. And the play continues. It goes out of bounds. And I'll ask you now, Mr. Gustafson, we've given my perspective. What is your perspective with 10 minutes to go and a goal kick coming for Wethersfield?
I think you nailed it. I mean, on paper, this looked like it was going to be a tough defensive effort, a tough team to play and score against, with Simsbury coming in and the results we had seen from them, and they're showing definitely that. And then, as you said, once they're able to thwart the Wethersfield attack, it's a quick poke ahead and trying to get something that may sneak by the Wethersfield back line. And really, Simsbury's MO has been one is enough. If they can get one in, they feel like they can hold the Eagles scoreless.
And with good reasoning behind it, 1 goal in 5 sheets. That is quite a feat right there. And no dice as it's taken away. The Eagles get it right back as they hold it around midfield. Sent along now. Simsbury hanging on to it. They work it forward. Stopped by Gustafson. Sam works it to AJ. AJ along the 50 as they push inward towards Swanson. Now to Johnson. Johnson over towards Berisha. Back to Johnson. Sam Johnson working it along. Wide open down the side is Capasso, who boots it from deep, sails it through the uprights. That's 3.
So good opportunity. Marco Capasso nailed one from about that same spot in the game earlier this year.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 7, Thomas Perlman. So as Perlman comes into the game, and that goes as the 5th shot of the night for Wethersfield. They've got 2 as an advantage in the shot column, leading 5-3, but the game's score still showing what has been played on the field, and I can only describe it as trench warfare on a soccer field tonight. No one has had quite a breakthrough tonight, and on all those scoring chances, only about 5 in total have been on target shots, and that's from both teams combined tonight.
Yeah, and really a good physical game so far. We haven't seen many whistles in terms of stoppages of play.
Here comes Simsbury as they work it back up
There it
the
is,
field.
through the circle. Midfielders have to get back for Wethersfield, and Sam Johnson able to do that.
And that is exactly why he's one of the captains with a little ankle breaker, I guess you could call it. We'll pull out the basketball terminology for a little bit. What a move.
That was impressive, right in the middle of the field. One of the challenges so far for the Eagles is they've gotten the ball right in the midfield area, but they get out to the sideline, and you referenced it, just surrounded at times by white shirts. So maybe a little quicker ball movement as the ball comes to the sidelines and goes back.
And they'll call for a stoppage here. Subs ready. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 7, Jake Laurie. Subbing in for Simsbury, 9, Lorenzo Martel. So the clock stopped at 6:37. Play resumes. Looks like another 2, LePerriere and El Bashir ready to come in. Deflection as it was moving towards the box, but now it's a race to the ball. He's passing it out to Laurie. Laurie tries to get set as he works it back towards Swanson. Swanson along that low sideline as they work it back into their own boxes. It's taken away by Contreras. Contreras looking to work it up, but he's got no one to pass to except for Jake Laurie as he brings it along the low sideline, but it bounces off of him. 2 subs ready to come in for Wethersfield. Not quite. Play continues. Number 8 will pick it up for the Trojans. That looks like it's going to be Jack Beiser. Wethersfield trying to appeal to get it in their favor, but with 6 minutes to go, clock winding down, 5-3 in the shot column, 0-0 in the scoring column. Sending it back out now. Here's a big boot. Daly getting under it and making the grab. We'll count that as a 4th shot fourth save. So every shot for Simsbury so far has been on target.
Thankfully, Mr. Daly has been right there and waiting. But that is something that could come back to hurt the Eagles. The more they give up opportunities, the more efficient Simsbury is with those shots. Here we go, now looking for Brodowitz down that far sideline.
Brodowitz looking to get to it, and he does, but he's cornered. Through ball towards Berisha. Not going to get there.
So even that Wethersfield attack, nice play to get the ball down to Brodowitz, but then he was 1-on-2 going down that sideline. Nice slide tackle from Marco Capasso.
Beautiful piece of defensive work out there. Capasso showing the moves tonight, flashing a little bit of talent out there for tonight's game. And I'll tell you, if this is the way the Eagles are going to play the rest of the season, I like what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, certainly some good soccer being played out here both ways.
There's Berisha. Oh, that might be a trip. No, they're going to say it was all ball, and they'll play it off advantage here. Coming up is number 10. Simsbury, beautiful stop made. That looks like it was Amedovic who was out there. 22, trying to get it past him. Quick pass. They'll pull the subs away with 14.
And a nice tackle from Gustafson. Tries to send it ahead to Laurie.
So the Eagles pulling the subs off of midfield, and it's Laurie who's got it. Laurie is set. Back along. Here comes Gustafson. Not alone, though.
Oh,
beautiful poke forward on the slide. Man, and the Eagles are pulling out all the stops tonight to try and work this game into their favor, but I think this is a game that's going to be won and lost in the second half, if you ask me right now. As there's the through ball, gets away from him. Daly runs out into the box, down towards the goal line. He's about 100 yards from the opposite goal. And we'll work it in closer. 3.5 to go in the first. Daly sets it. And in it goes towards the 50, bouncing about 2 yards in front. The header. Swanson gets a piece of it, and Swanson on the run. Swanson with a through ball towards Laurie. Can he beat the defender? The defender gets there first, but it's out of bounds on Simsbury. Number 2 looking to sub in for the Trojans, but they're not going to let him in just yet. Here it comes. Setting it back.
Cleared out of there nicely as Brodowitz gave chase on that one.
And so here we are, and it looks like we may see a corner for this Eagles squad, the boys in blue. It will be their third of the evening's contest. Not sure on who's taking.
Over the head of Gustafson through the box, cleared out, but here is Swanson to settle. Going to play Amedovic, who's all the way up front. He's got to hustle back now as Simsbury takes over. This is the risk for the Eagles. Now the quick counterattack.
And it looked for a brief moment it was going to be mano a mano, and a hand goes up, a whistle blows, a stoppage in play. 2:09 left, and it's Eagles possession. Free kick coming off the 20. Set up the sideline, down towards Capasso. Capasso works it forward. Pulls it off of, I believe that was Garagoa. Back towards Capasso, high sideline. Ball working Wethersfield's favor. Simsbury tries to play it out of bounds. And we'll just put a touch on it to get a piece of it now. High sideline. Number 15 is there.
Great play from Amedovic again. Amedovic again chases down the ball, able to clear it over here, switching fields as Contreras looks for the next opportunity. Comes sideline to Swanson.
Minute 20 left in the first half.
Can the Eagles break through before the half?
And here comes Simsbury looking on a breakthrough now. They've got the ball. Shot is wide.
Challenged well by Amedovic.
So close with now a minute. 1 minute remaining in the first half. So it's time as sand through the hourglass. Thus is the days of our Eagles. As the time ticks away, up the field they come. It's up to Swanson. Swanson from the 35. Works it up to Johnson. Johnson from the 40. Moving it along. They don't have a lot of time, so they've got to do something. If they want to do it, it's got to be now. Barisha to Capasso. Now to Johnson. Johnson tries to feed it back to Capasso. It's taken away by Simsbury, and up come the Trojans. Trojans trying to get on a run. Bounces off the leg. Eagles trying to paint them into a corner real fast with that middle line. It's going to be taken away up the high sideline. Here it comes along the line with 20 seconds to go. Player tumbles. It's out of bounds. Simsbury ball. Is there enough time for them to make one last-ditch effort here in the first half?
They're going to try to let one fly toward the net. Another throw coming.
And with 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1, ball is played in off an Eagles player. Shot is deflected as the clock strikes midnight. Your score at the end of the first half is 0-0. So thus is the first half of tonight's contest. We'll be right back. It's 0-0. When we return, it's the final stanza. Another 40 minutes of action coming your way.
All the throngs of fans out there watching our broadcast tonight are able to see what's happening here. Scoreless as we begin the second half.
As the great Michael Buffer would say, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world at home. We're back live on YouTube as Tada brings it up right off the draw, sent back towards DeJesus. DeJesus works it up towards Gustafson. Gustafson now towards Gestel. Gestel works it back to McCarter. McCarter, and on the charge early are the Eagles. Gestel, the shot saved. And what a way to kickstart the second half of this evening's game.
Yeah, definitely a good start to the half. Need to see more of that from the Eagles. One of the consensus opinions among the fans at halftime was more shots. More shots are needed.
Definitely, and I concur on that statement right there. And this really seems to be, possibly a struggle for Wethersfield, but I wouldn't call it quite that. I mean, Simsbury, again, a very stingy defense, a back line that doesn't quite break, or they more so bend, but they don't quite break. Again, 1 goal in 5 games now, in a row, mind you. So
5 of their 6. So the Plainville loss was thrown in there, and that was just the aberration of it when you look at their results. 4-3 loss to Plainville, the only blemish on their record. But as you said, in the other 5 games, 4 clean sheets, and the only goal given up against Farmington as the Eagles come the other way now.
Here comes Gestel. It's stopped briefly. Now back to Gustafson. Gustafson, I believe that was Capasso. Stopped by Simsbury. Now back to number 7. And number 15 is there.
So nice job from the Eagles there, not letting Simsbury get that counterattack back across the midfield line. That was a challenge in the first half on a few possessions as Wethersfield went deep in the offensive zone. And Simsbury able to clear quickly and get back on the counterattack.
So here we go. And again, if you're just joining us, my name is Jimmy Clark. Alongside me, Dave Gustafson. What a night it has been so far this evening, and it certainly will not be ending anytime soon. I don't know. If I had to place a 50-50 bet, I'd put 50 on regulation, 50 on overtime right now.
Well, I would not take that bet since there is no overtime in the regular season for boys soccer.
Oh, that was field hockey I saw that did the overtime. I just got to say, that is so disappointing. You get 2 teams that play so good, just like these two, and if they don't score in the next, 37 minutes, it's just going to end 0-0. That is a shame. I hope the CCC reverses that rule sometime soon. That's just not the way it should be.
So Ricky Torres gets the nod in goal to start the second half. Scoops that one up. Here come the Eagles. McCarter plays it long to DeJesus. Cleared out nicely by the Simsbury defender. But Wethersfield will maintain possession and try to mount an attack off of the throw.
And I will take this time to apologize if anything was heard over at halftime. It was our belief the mics were down. I think we turned off the mic, but I guess not. Thank you, Olivia. A little statement about how somehow, for whatever reason, my brother knows about men's fashion, so that's how I've gotten my advice on my suits.
Well, excellent. And if anybody didn't hear it, then
If you didn't hear it at halftime, it didn't happen.
So Gustafson now across the midline. McCarter touch and go. Here come the Eagles trying to play that seam as Gustafson made the run. Not able to connect, but Joey Tata takes control. Near sideline now. Sliding effort from the Simsbury defender, but Marco Capasso with the cross into the box.
What an opportunity.
De Jesus there, collision.
Just not the right opportunity, I guess, and one has to wonder, when does the right opportunity arise for this Eagles club?
You have to think if they keep knocking, one of these doors will open. That collision draws a foul as De Jesus collided with the Simsbury defender. Nice play, good header from Capasso right in the center circle. Here come the Eagles again, trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time in this scoreless draw. Did a tough Simsbury defense.
Oh my goodness, and Simsbury really got on a run. It looked like number 5. He might have slipped out there on the turf. That looked like it was Jacob Cohen out there, and I have gym class on this turf. Is now Weathersfield on the run. Back towards Gestel, who's trying to work it. Not going to happen. Oh wait, not out of the woods yet. It's deflected. Taken in by the keeper. But I do have gym class on this turf, and I will say it is a slippery surface to be running on. So one is expected to be afforded one or more slip-ups here.
Now, are you wearing the cleats in gym class?
I'm not wearing the cleats.
All right, we're going to hope that's going to help the players keep on their feet.
I'm not the kid that tries that hard in the gym class. I will say I put forth an effort, but I'm not the one bringing the cleats into the mix.
Nice play from Joey Tata. Here come the Eagles again, crossing the midfield line. De Jesus looks for the far side of McCarter.
Here comes McCarter down the field. He's got an opportunity. He stops, turns, here's the cross. Oh, just deflected wide of the net.
So McCarter keeps it alive in that corner, sends the cross. Josh Gestel, that's been a highly effective connection, but Gestel not able to get a clean look at the ball, and actually a handball call as we'll have the kick coming out.
And so now it's set. And kick on the way. And it's off. And we are off and running.
Capasso is there. Good step between two Simsbury players. Weathersfield trying to get that first goal opportunity as we are scoreless. Just about 33 minutes left in the second half.
And we will take this time to remind you to tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. kickoff. Two of, I guess what you could call the top teams in the state are going to show down. Windsor coming off a loss to St. Joe's, one of the number 1 teams in the state. Will take on Weathersfield coming off a loss to Bristol Central. And that should be all to you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. kickoff. If you're coming to the game, it's a pink out, so wear that pink. I'll have my pink tie set on the suit for that night as the ball is played high and out of bounds.
And that road loss to Bristol Central, then the first loss of the season for the football Eagles, if I have my stats correct.
That is correct.
2-1 on the campaign. Cleared out of there nicely by Ametovic. Ball will stay with Simsbury on the far sideline. One of their best pushes so far in the second half. Weathersfield has come out of the halftime speech with a little bit more of a sense of urgency.
Shot goes wide there.
See if the Eagles can maintain the level of effort. I think I said that correctly. It felt like effort the first time I said it. I'm not sure what an effort is, but hopefully we have a high level of it. All right, so
I hope so too.
Back into play. Ametovic on the goal kick. Looks for Swanson.
Swanson sets it up to McCarter. McCarter, now it is out of bounds. Of course, what an exciting end to the week this is. I was a little confused coming into this year, knowing that senior night wasn't going to be at the end of the season, but of course with COVID, you can't exactly wait around too long to hold your senior night. And, we still hope that nothing does happen to the season or any of our opponents this year as the game carries on. We have Farmington Hall, Newington, all coming up for your viewing pleasure for the remainder of the season this year.
Yeah, definitely not the traditional last home game of the season, but wanted to make sure we got this in, especially with this nice play from Amedovic, but Simsbury still on the attack.
There's number 15 looking at a chance. He fires it. Oh,
wow.
Very lucky for the Eagles. That sixth shot is just wide of the woodwork back there.
So Contreras on the chase, and Josh Castell with great hustle to get down and help make that a little bit more difficult shot. Still a nice effort from Simsbury. That ball just went to the left of the post. Gustafson now looks for a seam, finds De Jesus. He's going to send it across to Castell now. Sam Johnson making the run. Chip from Castell. Johnson tries to get there surrounded by white shirts, and that is what Simsbury does best.
And there was just absolutely no breathing room for either of these teams. As McCarter brings it along.
There's a shot.
Save.
You could see that one coming as McCarter tried to get it over to his left foot. Let it fly. Nice effort on goal. Keeper there waiting for it, and see if Wethersfield can generate another chance now. It's McCarter now down the left side. Ball sails over the sideline. It will go back to Wethersfield on a throw-in.
And thank you for covering me here as I try to get a little bit of this pretzel in here.
Gotta enjoy the perks of the press room.
Of course, and of course the senior night. When am I going to get these pretzels again?
You talked about senior night earlier. Just another reminder, the girls varsity soccer senior night coming up Friday, October 22nd here at Catone, as they will host Bloomfield in that one.
That should be a good contest. Is that a night or afternoon contest?
That is a 6 p.m. kickoff with pregame festivities before that to honor seniors on the girls' side.
All right, sounds good. It is the 22nd.
What a challenge from Amedovic. Yeah, Friday night, October 22nd.
All right, I'll have to be there. As this one rolls in off the elbow of Tata. And they're going to rule that a handball, rightfully so. Simsbury picking it up around that 38-yard line. It'll be number 4 who's set to kick it off. That will be Gabriel Park. Park is there and sets it along. Oh, good challenge by Amedovic.
Good physical game so far from Amedovic. Shoulder to shoulder on many of these challenges.
Ball is going to be ruled in favor of Simsbury as they look it down towards the corner. Whistle blows, and I believe they would rule that out of bounds on the play. So an exciting second half, I guess you could say, to the fall season that's upcoming. The line is brought in briefly. Simsbury right back on it again. Not a chance as they hesitate, mainly to avoid offsides. I believe they would have gotten ahead of the back line. It looks like subs coming in. That'll be LaPerriere, Elbashir, and Brodowitz into the game. Someone rolls out of bounds.
Looks like we'll get them in on the Wethersfield throw here.
So again for Wethersfield, number 9, Thomas Brodowitz. Number 11, Michael LaPerriere. And number 20, El Hussein El Bashir.
So Coach Yakum doing a nice job rotating through the ranks tonight. As the 20 seniors on this squad were honored along with voice of the Eagles Jimmy Clark before this one.
And it was a total surprise.
The Clark family showed up and showed out in special vintage Jimmy Clark announcer shirts with a microphone.
And it's his class of 22 on them. I think once I'm gone, those become collector's items.
I think you are correct. Here comes Simsbury now. Amedovic gives chase over his head. That's going to go toward the sideline, goes out of bounds. Did we get a deflection, or is that going to stay with Simsbury?
I believe that is going to...
Looks like we're going to stay at the end of the field.
It's a dangerous situation for Wethersfield soccer right here. So they're going to have the throw-in as it's tossed into play. nearly deflected back out.
Nice header from Contreras. Tata now takes over, looking for McCarter. He's got some space to move.
McCarter, he can let go. He can get going if you let him, and it looks like they're going to do exactly that. They're going to give him some room to run. As it's out of bounds. We do apologize for any technical difficulties seen in tonight's contest, but it is apparent our replay monitor is still live, so we're still live here on Blue Eagle News. It's so glad you could join us on a beautiful Thursday night. My name is Jimmy Clark, alongside me Dave Gustafson. If you're just tuning in, 25:45 left in the second half, 7-6 in the shot advantages, and I'm sure if you heard that without the context, you'd have a heart attack considering it was a soccer game. But here comes El Bashir, stopped quickly. And once again, the excitement in the box is taken away by the defensive units. But I can't say that that's a bad thing.
No, we talked about it early. This is certainly, as we said, the strength of the Simsbury team defensively. At Wethersfield knocking at the door, but nothing cracking open so far. Here's McCarter again now. He looks, still going, ball on his foot. He's going to charge down to the left corner. Taking on
go.
Two defenders. Down he goes. No whistle.
Oh, and McCarter pleading his case to the official, but I think we're just going to get a corner out of it. Sub will come in for Simsbury. That'll be number 5.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 5, Jacob Cohen.
So Cohen will scoot into this game. It'll be a goal kick for the Trojans as they continue to hold this game quiet on both ends of the ball. As it moves on in. Nice kick. El Bashir tries to get onto it. It's picked up by Gustafson. Gustafson to El Hussein.
Good shield from Simsbury there as Joey Tata tried to chase that one down. Be a throw from the Eagles right in front of the bench. Marco Capasso steps up, finds Joey Tata. Back to Capasso. High ball, looking for Brodowitz. Into the box we go, but the keeper is there.
And again, this defensive effort on both sides of the ball is really astounding when you get down and think about it, especially, you know, coming off some struggles of the past season, especially not being able to play last season, is now it's bounced around.
Here comes Simsbury. Nice header from Amedovic back there. Ball taken over by Swanson. He surveys. Looks for a pass opportunity. Deflected nicely by Simsbury. Contreras will chase this one down, but the Wethersfield Eagles still on their heels. All the way back we go to Ricky Torres in net. Torres is going to play it out. Amedovic under pressure. Sends the ball forward, and Simsbury's going to be there. Nice play from Michael LePerriere. El Hussein El Bashir with a nice step. Ball goes back and forth. Gustafson deflects one off of Simsbury player. They take over. Contreras with a one-on-one defensive play. Chase. Amedovic again. There's a shot.
Oh, good save, but that is number 7, and that draws the shot tally even here.
Right into the waiting arms of Ricky Torres, who takes over net-minding duties here in the second half after Chris Daly held Simsbury scoreless in the first half.
And Simsbury, of course, again, not giving too many scoring opportunities. Brodowitz tracking the ball. He got a piece of it, but it's taken away by the keeper. And again, what an effort it has been. I also want to note Ricky Torres has stepped in as the netminder for this second half, as is the usual here. 10 and 6 ready to come in.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 10, Max Berger, and number 6, Jefferson Leon. A correction from the beginning of the half. Now standing in at goalkeeper, number 1, Ricky Torres.
So good to see number 6 back in the game. He left in the first half after an injury following a collision.
So with 22:05 left in this half, it's Capasso who's got it. Sling it back. Looking back is Capasso to Tata.
The Eagles have to find some room and some spacing here. There's been a bit of a challenge with the passing lane opportunities. Tata challenge now from behind. Find some free space. McCarter plays it back to Tata. In we go toward El Bashir. Gustafson lays it off for McCarter.
Oh,
nice sliding. McCarter's still alive.
He's still got it on the cross. Oh, that's got to be in. No! Oh my goodness!
What a play. McCarter kept it alive. Beautiful cross. Michael LePerriere, right spot, right time, got ahead on it. That ball bounces on the underside of the crossbar, but not ruled in. We keep playing, scoreless draw.
Right in the breadbasket there, and just couldn't seem to find its way all the way in. As that one's kicked out of bounds. Unbelievable that was. I don't even know how to describe what that was, as the ball is quickly set back into play. Simsbury all over it. Looking to get on a charge. They bring it up. This is the chance they've been waiting for on that high sideline. Here it comes. With the cross, there's nobody there. Here's the chance, saved by Torres. Whew. My goodness, Ricky Torres all over the ball in this second half. And I gotta say, that's one heck of an effort laid in by Torres.
Yeah, he smothered that one after Contreras gave chase all the way down the sideline, but Simsbury able to keep the ball alive, get into the box. Ricky Torres, though, as you said, all over it. Let's see if the Wethersfield Eagles can knock one more time at this door and finally get in the back of the net.
20 minutes to go. We're a quarter of the way through. We're actually halfway through the half. We're 3/4 through the game. So this really is the home stretch of senior night tonight. Giancarlos De Jesus lined up on the substitution line right around midfield. As this one goes in, trying to find Brodowitz. Taken away by Simsbury. Now pushing back towards the back line as it's AJ Contreras down by the 45. He works it up towards the 40. Now working it forward again. Up to McCarter. McCarter, he doesn't exactly have room to run. It is wide on the shot, and that was the 9th one of the game. 18-3 ready to come in.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 3, Sawyer Kurt. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 18, Giancarlos De Jesus.
De Jesus, the leading goal scorer for the Eagles so far this season. He has put 4 in the back of the net. He's back in after a rest. We'll see if they can generate something moving in his direction.
They just got to get enough of the ball underneath that crossbar now. They've hit it over the crossbar, they've hit it under the crossbar. They just got to put the whole thing in the back of the net now. Amedovic works it back to Torres. Torres gets it back to Amedovic. Amedovic brings it out by the 25 now to the 30. Brings it up to the 45, or that was the 45 there. Capasso's got a piece of it, but he's not going to have it for long, and Simsbury is all over it now. Here comes number 4 down the field. Working it back is LePerriere.
Good shield from LePerriere.
Is that enough, though? It saw some contact, and it is. 15-23 into the game for Wethersfield.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 15, Sam Johnson, and number 23, Josh Costell.
So LePerriere takes a seat. What an eventful few minutes for him. Beautiful cross from McCarter. We saw LePerriere there. Perfect position. Got ahead on the ball. Got it toward the net. Just off the bottom of the crossbar. As close as you're going to get to an opportunity.
Goodness! Oh, goodness me. That was a great opportunity from Simsbury, but Torres on the stop. That was the 9th shot, 7th save overall tonight as Johnson works it up the sideline. I don't even believe what I just saw right there. It was a risky play to begin with. Nearly put in the back of the net as Capasso get on it.
Yeah, short pass played right in front of the net. Simsbury right on it, and luckily Ricky Torres with quick reflexes to scoop that one up.
Like a cat out there.
De Jesus got
left foot! Oh! Off the crossbar, what a chance! Not out of the woods yet as the Eagles pick it back up by the corner. They try to work it out as they've been painted in there. Back into the box, taken away by Simsbury. And the Eagles are knocking on Simsbury's door tonight. Back up in front on a cross, it's into the box. Cleared out by the corner again. On the 10th shot, we have just been unable to see if they can tickle the twine tonight and find that back of the net. Unbelievable as it's played right back in towards the center of the box. Off to Swanson. Through the uprights, another 3. And by my count, it's about 6 now.
Unfortunately, the wrong kind of football for that, but we will take the opportunities. One of these you have to think is going to find the back of the net.
Oh, absolutely. These guys, the way they're firing on shots, when they get those opportunities, they don't just get one, they get a flurry of them, and right now they're making it work.
Nice step from Gustafson. Gets ahead on it to Jesus. Tata now.
Tata on the run. He's got it back now. Into the corner. Trying to work it through the corner. Out of bounds. Corner kick. No, it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in for Capasso. Fires it in towards De Jesus, who nearly got that goal. And if you remember back to 2 years ago, there was a playoff winning goal, or a game winning goal that was kicked by De Jesus. Whistle blows. Free kick coming for Simsbury.
Yeah, so De Jesus got wrapped up with the Simsbury defender, draws the whistle, sends the ball back to the Trojans. They play it across the midline, trying to find that one strike from their perspective that might send them home with the victory tonight.
Here come the Trojans.
Swanson with a nice step just past Johnson. Here comes Simsbury on the attack.
Can they get it through? A little stumble in the footwork is all the Eagles needed to send it coast to coast.
Closed nicely by Ahmetovic and Gustafson there. Long ball played forward. Gets the Eagles quickly back in the offensive half. Over the sideline we go. 21-22.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 21, Tomas Santos, and number 22, Ray Betoya.
Looks like, I don't believe we're seeing a corner. This looks like it'll be a throw in here. Suppose they're looking for a ball. Sent down the field.
Coach Yack with a nice left-footed boot. Into the box we go.
Oh,
Headed out
it's
by
right
Simsbury.
in there! A bloop! Oh! Stopped on the 12th shot.
And a nice play there from Ray Betoya. Steps up from the back. Gets head on the ball in the box. Another opportunity, but snuffed out again by Simsbury.
It's not quite close enough. Close but no cigar, as they say, for this Eagles team. And we've seen that so many times tonight. And they just haven't been able to execute on all these opportunities as well as they have been. As here comes number 15 and Simsbury trying to get on a run. 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. Here come the Trojans. He'll get past Betoya. Trying to work it past Gastel, but Gastel's going to beat him in the foot race, but not take the ball away as he pressures him off to the corner. There's some footwork to steal the ball away, and as they whisk it back, here come the Eagles along the high sideline. A player takes a tumble and a whistle blows. And they'll call a stoppage to the clock. And this may be a booking.
So Owen Ahmetovic with beautiful defensive effort on that last one, and
We will see a booking, a yellow card.
it's going to go against number 15 on that far side. He was the one charging ahead offensively, one-on-one.
That is going to be Christopher Kokinis, who takes that first yellow, 18 and 9. Sub in.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 9, Lorenzo Martel. And number 18, Braden Moriarty. Also subbing in, number 2, Ryan Donahue.
So as the subs come in for the Trojans, we'll see if there's anything more they can do as the play begins again with 13:45 on the clock. Time is trickling away from the Eagles, and they've got to do something now, Dave Gustafson.
Yeah, this is going to come down to somebody able to step up and do something extraordinary here to find a way to crack the Simsbury defense.
And working up is McCarter. They might have found a way to crack through the lines. Not quite. They'll work it back. Sent over towards Contreras. Works it forward to McCarter. McCarter is back there. He's still got it. Some good footwork.
Splits two defenders in the box to Sam Johnson. Tries to tap it back to Contreras.
Betoya will have to get on it in the back. Back line.
So the Eagles look to find that other opportunity here.
It's Gastel to Johnson. Johnson to Betoya. Betoya up front. Working it forward. High sideline. Here's the cross. Denied by Simsbury. Rebounded by McCarter. Bounces away. Should be a corner.
So So good hustle from McCarter generates a set piece here for the Eagles. Will this be the opportunity?
I think so. If I were a betting man, I'd put my money on it. Fourth corner of the contest.
So the ball rolls to the corner. Marco Capasso is going to play this one in. We'll see what the Eagles' strategy is here. Will they try the aerial service into the box? Will they try the short ball? Players begin the movement. Hand is up. We're into the box. Headed out of there nicely by Simsbury.
And so that one is just not going to break through.
Wethersfield still with the chance. Here we go, middle of the field, Santos. He's let some shots fly from about that same spot. Tries to pass that time to Gastel.
He just can't seem to break the ball through there. Looks like Swanson and Gustafson should be getting up to come into the game. It'll also be number 15, Chris Kokinis, who will come back in for Simsbury. Back towards Santos. Santos trying to work it forward. Whistle blows. No subs yet to come in.
The longer this one goes, obviously the more confidence Simsbury gains in their defensive effort. It comes down to who will find that one little chance to tickle the back of the twine.
Here comes a free kick for Simsbury. Trojans trying to do exactly that. First blood, it's up in front of Torres! Just outside. Not quite good enough to be counted as a shot. It'll roll out of bounds. And thank goodness.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 15, Chris Kokinis. Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 4, Connor Swanson. And number 6, Sam Gustafson.
So as I briefly forgot there, thank you, Mr. Gustafson.
It's the teamwork that makes the dream work here in the booth for Blue Eagles on YouTube.
Getting set is Ametovic back there. Ametovic sets it up towards Contreras. Under 10 minutes to go, so we are really in the home stretch now. Someone's got to do something. I can feel it. This can't just be a second draw of the season.
Swanson making the run. Oh, the ball not able to get through to him.
And it's going to be taken away, but not quite, as Swanson is back on top of it, low sideline. He'll work it away from the Simsbury defense. Back towards Tata. Tata with a nice through ball to Gastel. Gastel gets cornered. Can he still take the ball? He does briefly. He's still got it. Simsbury can't wrench it away from him. Here's this low rolling shot. Not going to get in there. And on the 13th shot of the game, we've got 13 shots registered, 6 saves, 9 shots for Simsbury, 7 saves by Wethersfield. And you notice a big difference in the gap and on-target shots tonight. Simsbury has been much more accurate, but Wethersfield has been much more threatening on these chances.
Yeah, and Wethersfield has generated really more of the action offensively here in the second half. If I remember correctly, there was a point when Simsbury was up 7-6 in total shots.
Subbing in for Wethersfield, number 3, Marco Capasso. And number 8, Will McCarter.
So Capasso and McCarter come in. It's in there, bouncing off of 2 Simsbury's players, then ricocheting off a Wethersfield player, off the head of Capasso, off the knee of Kokinis.
Beautiful work from Capasso, and that's going to come back the Eagles' way. Out of bounds we go. Throw for Wethersfield right in front of the bench.
And that was a beautiful deflection to keep it in play and then put it back out of play on Simsbury. And here comes Sam Johnson. Will McCarter's going to try and race to it. He gets a piece of it, but not the whole pie. It's back over towards Contreras. Now to Johnson. Johnson works his way forward. He's got it now. To De Jesus. Up to Capasso. Capasso from the back. Up in front. Oh, not quite gonna get there.
The proverbial right idea, but not able to make the connection there. Wethersfield will reset and try it again.
And Torres even coming forward. I don't know if you can see that, but in the back, Torres looks like he's coming way out of the box, maybe for an attack? I'm not entirely sure.
And we're gonna, almost a chance for Capasso as he raced into the right side of the 18. McCarter now far side.
That one's taken back.
Contreras to Swanson, back to Contreras. Weathersfield trying to be patient, looking for that seam, looking for that opportunity. Tada now races forward.
Tada to Capasso. Capasso! Ooh, deflected out of bounds, but still not quite over. Here it comes.
Off the chest of Gestel, battles for it, sent out of there by Simsbury. One-on-one, Amedovic against the striker.
And Amedovic taking on Kokinis. Amedovic wins that small battle, but not the war, as Kokinis will inevitably get the ball back, and now he's mano-a-mano with AJ Contreras. But quickly, the Eagles swarm around the nest.
A nice deflection from Gustafson as 4 Eagles actually came back on that defensive effort. Here comes the counterattack now for Weathersfield. Gestel going to the middle of the field, lays it across. He's got Swanson far side. He may have a shot. Plays it off instead for Gustafson, who tries to make the turn, but deflected nicely by Simsbury. Good passing again from the Eagles, but not able to finish.
Great ball movement, but just not good enough to try and work that advantage. Looks like we see a stoppage in play here. I believe they called for a stop on the
They
clock.
certainly did. The arms were crossed. Clock stops at 6:15.
Subbing in for Simsbury, number 6, Jefferson Leon.
And number 9 for Weathersfield.
Subbing in for Weathersfield, number 9, Thomas Brodowitz.
So Brodowitz will move into the game. Throw-in will start the clock from 6:15, and from here on out, the Eagles are going to have just over 6 minutes. Just over 6 minutes to find the back of the net and draw first blood. Here comes a high looping shot off the top of the goal. What did the Eagles have to do to find the back of the net?
Yeah, another one of those that missed it by that much. Weathersfield with a couple of memorable opportunities. The most memorable being the cross from McCarter that LaPerriere was able to head and got to the bottom of the crossbar before it was cleared out.
Man, that was insane right here, and I think the decibel level of Catone Field rise by about 100 on that play. It's a riotous atmosphere. 5.5 to go in regulation.
So violation whistled against. Tried to shield and bring that ball in. Simsbury's going to play it in now. Long ball, deep we go. Amedovic and Capasso both there. Capasso gets a foot on it. Joey Tata lets it go over his head. Across the midfield line to Jesus, gives chase. Now back down we go. Simsbury. Beautiful slide from Capasso, but here comes Simsbury still alive. Amedovic one-on-one. Nice deflection. Still in bounds. Down to the corner we go. Shoulder to shoulder. One-on-one. Into the box. AJ Contreras is there. Tries to save it, but it'll go out of bounds. We will have...
Could be a corner, I believe.
And I think we are going to get the corner.
Nobody is down there in that corner.
Yep. So we're going to get a set piece here.
Corner.
We approach the 4:30 mark. Oh, it's a throw right from... Just deceived us. Just a yard or two outside of being a corner. Sam Gustafson now plays it ahead, looking for Brodowitz. Simsbury steps in to get it.
And Weathersfield now on the defensive. They'll shield it towards Torres.
All right, so here we go. 4 minutes remaining for the Eagles to avoid their second scoreless effort of the season.
And this is crunch time, not just for Weathersfield, but also for Simsbury. If someone is going to panic, it has to be now. Oh my goodness, Amedovic digs in from behind, but they're going to rule that's all ball.
Beautiful defensive effort. Nice tackle. Good move from number 10. Gets it forward. Here is 15. He seems to be the striker who would make something happen if Simsbury is going to find that opportunity. He's been defended nicely by Amedovic and the rest of the back line so far.
That was Tata to rip the ball away. The defensive efforts of this Eagles squad as Gestel is ready to come in.
Subbing in for Weathersfield, number 23, Josh Gestel.
The refs hurrying this game along, trying to speed it up, and I do like they've let them play for the most part tonight. Outside of one yellow card and a few free kicks, they've really done their best to let them play itself out.
Yeah, 2 really solid teams competing hard. Scoreless effort.
3 minutes now. 3 minutes.
Swanson finds Gastel.
Up in front to McCarter. Or no, that was Brodowitz. Now McCarter shot! Save! 15 shots, 7 saves go on the board tonight. What an effort from the keeper of Jack Rogers to keep this game scoreless, and that's not to, lessen the value of Ricky Torres and Chris Daly on their spectacular night so far, facing 9 shots, keeping all of them out of the net, amounting to 7 saves.
Simsbury now looking to charge ahead again, surrounded by blue shirts, high and out we go. I think that was over the sideline and not the end line.
Directly over the sideline, I believe.
So it will be a throw coming.
We'll see what happens here as time continues to trickle away. 2:10. It's got to happen now.
Is there a 2-minute drill in soccer?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Right to Ricky Torres. He's waiting. He's trying to wave the troops. He's going to let this fly off his foot. Sends it forward toward midfield through the circle. Off the head of Brodowitz forward, but nobody is up there.
The plight of the Eagles tonight. Great boots, nobody there. Minute 39 left, and it's looking like I would put my money on a tie tonight. So let me just dig out the 50 cents and clip this onto the front of my shirt if I'm going to do that.
Well, let's see if the Eagles can strike quickly somehow, some way. Gustafson now, challenge from behind. He gets out of trouble, comes all the way across to Capasso. He's going to cross the midfield line with the ball. Sends it now in front of the Eagles bench too. Giancarlos de Jesus.
Minute 10 to go.
Tries to split 2 defenders. He's going to chase that ball down. Collision.
Oh my goodness! And a stoppage to the clock is added, and De Jesus practically body-checked Kokinis. This has got to be a booking.
He's going to get a card.
He's going to get a yellow. Not what the Eagles needed, and I think they're calling De Jesus off the field. Sam Johnson will come in.
So again for Wethersfield, number 15, Sam Johnson.
This is the final minute 4 in this contest. We are approaching the final. We've got 64 seconds to go. Now is the time to strike for either team. I don't want to see this end in a tie. I don't care who wins. And I hope it's Wethersfield. I do care who wins.
Well, I think we care. So the whistle blows. We are ready for action to begin. Here we go.
On the kick.
Toward the net we go. Headed back. Torres is going to get there nicely.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Here come the Eagles. Do they have anything left in the tank?
It's going to have to be. It's a mystery as they set it up high sideline. I think they might have used it all midway through the half. Up it goes. McCarter's going to have to beat the defender into the corner. He does. Cross. It's in the air. Up in front. Yes! Yes!
Oh,
yes!
Goodness!
Eagles have done it! Eagles have done it! On the 16th shot! Oh, you're kidding!
36 seconds remaining. I will be honest, I don't know who put that one in the back of the net.
Someone is going to have to call an ambulance. I'm about to have a heart attack over here. The tension is high. 36.7 to go. That is the marker of tonight's goal. And what a score. It is an electric factory at Catone tonight. Looks like it might have been Thomas Brodowitz who got the goal. A scramble in front of the net. 36 seconds left.
Eagles goal! Scored by number 9, Thomas Brodowitz. Time of the goal, 36 seconds.
So as that one goes out of bounds, we are about ready, I guess, to sound the horn tonight. 15 seconds to go, and the Eagles, it looks like, with 10 seconds to go, I don't want to say it too early, as they'll boot it downfield. Can you believe it, folks? The Eagles are going to dance into the night with a victory, and the streak is alive in Wallet Catone.
Senior night, Simsbury Sensational soccer.
Absolutely.
And the Eagles win! Your final score, Weathersfield 1 and Simsbury 0. We thank you for attending this evening's Senior Night contest, and please drive home safely.
What a win it was, as you said, with all the alliteration. Senior Night, Simsbury, sensational. I'm running out of descriptive words. This is really cliche time. Can I borrow one of yours?
I might be out of those too, but wow. There was a 2-minute drill. It came down to more like a 1-minute drill. The Eagles make the charge. Beautiful play from McCarter on that far side to hit the cross and rattle around, and it looked to be off of Brodowitz there for the final goal.
I mean, it was like watching pinball. The ball bounced off of everything in sight. It might have bounced off an airplane in the sky before coming down into the back of the net off the set piece. What a beautiful play. Thomas Brodowitz, the lone junior on this team, gets the 1 goal on Senior Night, if you can believe it.
How about that?
That is personally incredible to me. And for that win, just sensational. Beautiful effort by Simsbury. Wish them the best of luck. And hopefully that these teams to meet again in the postseason, because that would be a phenomenal postseason match. But that is it from us here. For Jimmy Clark, Dave Gustafson, Olivia Jesus, Tage Ashworth on the camera, we bid you farewell, and we'll see you on Friday night at 7 p.m. So long, everybody. Good night.